border, like I can say today I crossed the border with the webinars, and I hope we have a pleasant, insightful webinar during this hour. I do speak only English though, so I put my goal to learn Armenian too, but it will take me a while. So, well, I will share my screen and let's dive in. Okay, I think it's not the first slide. Okay.
Okay,
so
it's great to see your presentation.
Okay, that's good. In case during the webinar you don't see my presentation and you see that I talk and the slide is not relevant with what I talk, please let me know. Sometimes it happens, but now we are all good. So today we will be diving into the digital tools that transform our HR processes nowadays. And I am very happy to be part of this all transformation that happens. It's not only in my country or your country, it's worldwide. So it's a big chance for us to empower us and drive change in the organization, help people have more impactful and meaningful experience during our human resources actions. Okay, so the main objects that I have for today here is to transfer the knowledge about the key digital tools. And I'll be happy to have you share your knowledge. So we'll have a few questions for you during this webinar. Also, we will explore those practical steps that we can take to digitalize our HR processes. We will explore also tech data-driven strategies, and I will try at least to share some real experience from my way of implementing and transforming HR with digital tools. Okay, a little bit about me. I am a very passionate HR entrepreneur. And I am dedicated to help people and organizations grow. I've been in the HR management field for over 12 years. And now I am, as Elisa said, I am very proud to say that I'm the founder of ROCMAN, the software that automates the recruitment process. Also, I'm a certified business trainer. I am an author of training programs for HRM, and I do interact with lots of people, helping each other grow in this very interesting and driving HR world, I say. So, I am very happy to know you also. This way, I will... I have two questions for you. One is, what is your professional status and what motivated you to join this webinar today? I will be very happy to find your answers in our chat. So I need to find the chat here. Okay. And I'll be happy to have the answers in English, please. Okay. I have my chat open, so let's take a minute and know each other. Okay, great. I do have some intensive information here about digitalization. Hopefully 1 hour
Okay, you
will
can.
make it for us.
I'm about
Mhm.
our participants. You can be more active if you if you are struggling writing in chat. You can also interact with Olesea. Why are you here? Do we have any
Mhm.
answers? Okay, there is an
Yes,
answer that
yes,
someone is
I
looking
see.
for a new job out of Armenia after maternity leave.
Oh,
We would
great.
suggest rename your name in Zoom as there is written iPhone 14 Pro. That would be great that we can see also your name. Okay, do we have another answers? Why we are here and what we are expecting from this webinar?
Okay, they're
Okay,
coming.
okay, we have another answer. It's Susanna. She's psychologist, and it's been 1 year. She's interested in HR world, and she just miss her chance to know much about HR and recruitment overall. Okay, that was
Great.
Anahit. Okay, thank you for renaming your Zoom, Anahit. And also Nuna is here. She's happy to be here and get to know about your experience and learn about digitalization in HR. So overall, the purpose is one, exploring HR more deeply and knowing more about the digitalization, we can say.
Okay.
Okay, and
Well,
also
mhm.
we have other answers as well. Anna is here. She's an HR assistant she's from Grand Toronto. Welcome, Anna. And also we have Alina here. She's from Artsakh Valex Group, head of HR. She's looking for new opportunities here in Armenia and know about modern technologies to transform HR. So I think you are in the right way, all.
Okay. We are all synchronized now, so I see more more coming. So the comments motivated.
And also,
Uh,
I don't want to miss anyone's comment. Here we have also Shushan. She's HR manager and she's here to know some tools for HR transformation.
okay, will sure be. I will share with you everything. Well, not everything, but what I have, I will share with you. Okay. Let's go then with the HR transformation through digital tools. So what is HR transformation? I thought about this a long time, and there are two main components that makes HR transformation be a digital one. First of all, we need to have the modern technology in place. And second, these technologies have to empower our organization to automate processes. So these are two main, because not all the digital tools always help. You know from your experience, some of them are just hype that we see a trend, we say, and we want to make it our tool. So the fact is that we will start with the question, why digitize or automate HR? There are a few very objective reasons. And the reasons are that it saves time and reduces cost, that improves candidates and employee experience, enhances compliance and reduces risk, and also enables better decision making with data analytics. But besides this, these are technical reasons, we say, but we have other reasons, more human reasons, like to have a more meaningful experience, like to have more free time to make actions that gives us pleasure and helps others to grow. That gives companies agility and makes them more competitive on the labor market. Those are also very like quoted reasons that we are in that age of digitalization. We have to make the best use of it. So there are several types of digital tools and platforms that are shaping the recruitment and talent management field at this moment. I gathered here like 10 types of digital tools. These are the types, but on the other side and for each of these types, there are lots of software that are developed and still developing nowadays that you can explore and find the one that suits best your needs, the company needs, the employees needs, and so on. So let's go through these types of digital tools. We have the applicant tracking systems. Applicant tracking systems are used mostly for recruitment processes to automate like job postings, centralize the candidate database, make more automated interview scheduling, communication of candidates. Also, applicant tracking systems have the automated reporting, so we can look up to analytics and make data-driven decisions. Candidate relationship management, this is more like for communication and a relationship with candidates. We have artificial intelligence in recruitment. There are different softwares that have AI integrated to make pre-screening of candidates more easily, to reduce time to hire, to minimize some biases. Also, we have these platforms that gives you permission to video interviewing instantly, and they analyze the video interview. Most of these tools already are integrating artificial intelligence. We need to go into this area also. Onboarding software, there are tools that have all of this together, but there are tools that have only onboarding, only video interviewing, and they are integrating with the others. So you can have a complete infrastructure of digital tools. Also, we have learning management system that support continuous learning for employees. Also, performance management tools that facilitate regular feedback, goal setting, performance evaluations, and promotes transparency of the performance management process. Employee engagement platforms, this is about understanding workplace satisfaction and helping us through the retention goals. HR analytics and reporting tools, actually more of the softwares have the analytics. We will talk later about the steps, how to a little bit how to select these tools for your needs, and we will look up what a software needs to have in order to for us to have a better result in digitalization. Also, mobile HR applications. So I do want to ask this question: who uses applicant tracking system at this moment for its recruitment process? Just make a plus in the chat. Make put the plus in the chat. Okay. Planning to use. Okay, great. Any questions? I will be here to help with this. So, well, on the other side, probably is not using the applicant tracking system. So you can put 10 if you're not using and want to use it, or any other digital tool. Okay. I use LMS. Great. Great. All right. You can leave your comments in the chat. We'll get back to them. Okay. Maybe they are coming later than I expect. All right. So we will get to the poll right now, and to get to the next subject of our webinar. It's really good to understand at this moment what's your biggest challenge in HR digital transformation. So for this, I prepared a live poll. Just a moment. Okay, because I have more questions here. So you can scan the QR code on you, or you can just put slido.com in your browser, and the numbers, there will be, okay. And let's vote. What is the biggest challenge in adopting digital tools? This is an anonymous vote. Okay, and we'll share together and we'll see how it's going on. Okay. Very, very interesting, very interesting. All right, 6. We're waiting for 1 more minute for more answers. It's really easy to work with this Slido. You can use it internally in your company. That's one little step to digitalization of I don't know, some of your processes, inquiry processes. Okay. Who else is joining the courses? So all of them. I see more answers coming. That will take a moment. And it's very important to understand what keeps you back. What keeps you back from digitalization? And starting with this, when we will go through all the other steps in our webinar today, I hope you find the strength to overcome these big challenges. Okay, so identifying the right tools wins today. And we will go through this step. Also, lack of budget. We will address this challenge also later on. Resistance to change. I do have an example from my experience with resistance to change. And lack of technical expertise. Well, I went through this myself, and it's quite a challenge. But it's really important that we are conscious about these challenges. Now we can go further and go through them. Okay. Let's go back to our presentation. Thank you very much for being active in this live poll.
Thank you.
Excuse me?
Thank you also, Olesea.
You are very welcome. Well, what are the practical steps to digitize HR processes cost effectively? So, when we found out our challenges, what we fear of, it will be easy to go through these steps because we know. So the first step is to assess and plan. Like in any other process, when we want to transform something, optimize something, we first assess the situation. We evaluate the current processes, like if we have recruitment, onboarding, development, performance management, we take every process through assessment to identify the pain points and to prioritize those areas that need improvement. Why we prioritize? Because sometimes we think about something that we saw somewhere. Like someone said to us that they have this kind of ATS that does something amazing. You just need to push the button and all the candidates are yours. So we go straight away to improve our recruitment process. But is this a prioritization for us? Is this in our HR strategy for next year? Will we recruit any person next year? Because I already have this experience with a company that wanted to implement ROCMAN, and they don't have any recruitment processes, companies. So this is kind of, okay, they can afford, but a small company cannot afford to improve something that's not a prioritization. So when we find that pain point and we see that this is a prioritization for us, we set the goals to define these measurable goals that will take us to the point we want to get. Like we can have like one time I sat down and I counted 17 actions that I take during recruitment process for one candidate. And when I analyzed all these 17 actions, I saw that 13 of them I can easily automate. And I'm doing recruitment all day. So my goal is to automate 70% of my workload so I can have more free time to talk, to communicate with candidates, to make some HR branding, all that stuff that makes us competitive on the labor market. And about prioritized needs, I already talked all together. So this is the first step. And now I have another question for you, because we're working today, we're getting there to start the digitalization. What's the most time-consuming task in your HR department? And we go back to our poll. And I hope on those 9 active users that we have today, and this is the question. So it doesn't want to get there. Okay. Okay. What is the most consuming task in your HR department? Let's work together here today. I do like when the participants of the webinars or any training session go home with something to do after that. So with the action to take after the webinar. So we are getting there. Manual work, great. Working in Excel with different data, super. Working with data. Oh, we'll get to the recruitment metrics later on, and we'll see how can we automate these metrics, working with these metrics data, analyzing the data documentation. So you don't know each other, but I see that the pain point is kind of the same for everyone. If you don't have the if you don't have like the tool, where you cannot answer right now, this question is a question for you to think afterwards. Yes, it's very important. Set KPIs, payroll. Great, great. Oh, thank you for your engagement. It's really nice to have answers. Most of all, you are 2 hours ahead of us from Moldova, and it's evening, and it's great to see that you are here with me. So let's go back to our presentation, and you can now work on from this pain point that you wrote here, and we'll go to next step, and you can work on the pain point during the next steps. Okay, so next is the research affordable HR tech tools, and I have one tech tool that I use because I'm mostly in the recruitment field, and I do identified a database of a lot of tools. ROCMAN is not there yet because we didn't cross the borders with ROCMAN, but here is the, I don't know, I just found it, I looked through it. I know a lot of these softwares because I researched myself about 4 years ago. I researched myself. I didn't find there a database, So I don't promote this. I just found it, and I thought it would be useful for you to have it. And like I said, here we have the pain point, set KPIs. We can look up here which of the software can address our pain point. And there can be several softwares that can address our pain point, but we will identify the most cost-effective solution. Just we have to research, just sit down and research. My goal here is to give you a cost-effective solution to digitize the HR processes. So there are cost-effective softwares out there. You just need to research the ones that meet your needs. Most of the softwares, tech tools, you can say, have a free version. Like there can be 14 days, there can be 30 days. Today, someone sent me a link with a solution, but it's new on the market. And it has a 6-month free version if you give feedback, because like startups that are just coming on the market, they will give you free version for a longer time. We did that with our companies that were in the beta version. For 1 year, they used it free. Okay. When you went through this free version, you can, and you like it, you will choose the one that you see that works best for you, and you will upgrade to the paid plans. So when you upgrade to the paid plans, don't go very fast ahead just to put all in the processes, because this will be overwhelming, and we will get to that resistance stage where your organism or your body will resist the digitalization. So this is why we have a third step when we pilot a digital solution. Like at this moment, we're implementing ROCMAN in a big company, and we don't like digitize all the recruitment process through like all the country. We started with a small part of the office functions, and we work there so we can grow trust and we can see results during 3 months. Then we will expand like organization wide, and the other people that are involved will be trained along the way, and we will evaluate performance. So when we get to one point, everyone will be happy to have the software, because they will have trust in it, will show this performance. This why in your organizations also I recommend to look up which task you can automate first and work little bit by little bit, like we have to act as project managers in this case, and manage the process of implementing, because if we trust the process and we show results, everyone else we want to join. Okay, so this is the first third step. Okay, we have research, we have researched, we have lots of tech tools to research, but yes, we started the a pilot project, And after that, like after 3, 6, maybe 8 months, we can start optimize the process. I will go back to the research step, and I want to recommend that when you research tools, make sure they can integrate with other systems, because every company has other systems in the process. If you like a recruitment platform or a tool, and they don't have performance management, make sure they can integrate with other tools that will automate or digitize the performance management process. So this is done through APIs. So when you will research, look up for the 3 letters. API. If they have API, they can integrate with other systems. We need to act here also as project managers and monitor the progress. If we have that goal that says that we want to automate 70% of our recruitment task, then we have to monitor the progress. First 2 months, next month, and see how it's going. And also we have to evaluate the return on investment. Yes, time is money. If this saves us time and we can use this time to make something else valuable, then this is a return on investment thing. Okay, so we went through all these steps, and I want to show you, to make a little story of my journey to digital HR transformation. It's been a very, very long way, and I can show it to you. So first of all, there were the folders on the computer in 2012. That's a long time away, 12 years. And then in 2016, I thought I can use Google Drive. But this was a big resistance because in our country, people were still in 2016, and today printing CVs on papers. So after 2016 and a lot of work in Google Drive, I thought, why not use Trello cards? Trello is a project management software, but I thought to use it to make a recruitment pipeline. We had at that time a few recruitment projects, and we had lots of candidates. I wanted to make sure everyone gets through each stage of the recruitment funnel. So I was using Trello for project management. I thought, why not use Trello for recruitment? Well, it went kind of okay. We used to work a little bit faster, and we had an eye on all the recruitment funnel. This was okay. Also, I used Excel and Google Sheets to work with recruitment funnels. I kind of experimented a lot of instruments to make my process more easy, and of course to have on-hand data so I can make decisions during the process. Like if there were 200 candidates, and at the stage of the interview got only 10, I want to know why is this happening. So these tools gave me the power to look the entire picture. Well, Trello didn't last long because we wanted to systemize and automate the recruitment process in a group of companies in Moldova. And from that idea grew ROCMAN. And today I am using ROCMAN as my software for recruitment processes. So it's a big road that I went through until I got to digitize and automate. We still don't have that 70% of the recruitment tasks. We're kind of under 60, but we're getting there. Maybe we'll get to 80, but that's another milestone. So what is the step you're about to take in HR digital transformation? And I do want to see your answers here. Let's share. What are you about to do in order to digitize your HR processes? Have a budget. Oh, that looks really good here on the panel. I might as well make a print screen of this because it looks good. We know that it takes a while for the answers to come up here, so we'll wait a little bit. It's important to share. Identifying pain points, be open for changes, setting goals. Oh my God. First step, tools, time, mapping existing processes. That is so cool. You now have homework to do, and I'm very happy. Exploring digital solutions, setting goals, have a budget. Well, I would, yeah, you need the budget, but a very, very small budget. We have one user at ROCMAN. She decided to pay from her salary the usage, and she's very happy with it because she can focus on other processes, and she can have time for growth. So in some cases, I do reflect on this, and in some cases, we can decide to use a digital tool to make our life better at work and at home. Okay, thank you. Let's go back because we still have a few more to talk about data. So, like an ATS can centralize and analyze recruitment data. Like we can have real-time dashboards to show our key recruitment KPIs. What are these key recruitment KPIs? Well, I recommend anyone that's doing recruitment to monitor these key metrics: time to hire, quality of hire, cost per hire, candidate drop-off rate, source effectiveness, retention rate, candidate experience metrics, and recruitment funnel conversion rate. So these are the metrics. Hopefully, at least a few of them are used because without data, it's very hard to make decisions. It's like it's like for a visual person to make a decision on something he or she doesn't see. It's me. If I don't see, I cannot make decisions. Okay, let's see some cases about metrics and how having data can impact our decisions in the recruitment process or can impact our recruitment strategies. So one case, well, we need to improve candidate experience. So that data can pinpoint areas where candidates drop off. So this is an example of recruitment funnel from ROCMAN I took, and we can see here that there is a big difference from the conversion of candidates from first stage to second stage. I'm not very happy with this conversion. And this means that we need to do some actions to first reflect on it and research why is this happening, and can be different action we can take. We may need to improve job description, we may need to reduce application complexity, we need to automate communication or personalize the process, or maybe we may need to introduce a chatbot that will talk more rapidly with candidates. Well, this data, the recruitment funnel conversion rate, can help us make the best decisions in order to have a very good to give a very good experience to our candidates, and to have more right candidates at the interview. Another case is about optimizing sourcing strategies. We assess the applicant by recruitment sources, and we see that some candidates come from one source, and most of the candidates come from these three sources, like we see here, created from email. So they sent their CVs on email, or we have in Moldova delucru.md and rabota.md. So I need to take some actions because I see where my candidates come. So I will focus mainly on this sourcing when I make my recruitment strategy. Or I can work on some other actions like refine job descriptions, do posting based on keywords performance, enhance the utilization of the most effective candidate sources, maybe other actions that are relevant for the industry I am recruiting in, relevant for my company, or relevant for the process of communication with the candidates. Also, having this data, like the recruitment funnel conversion, the source effectiveness, we can make trends for forever companies that we will have in the recruitment process. So it's really interesting. I am very happy to have a tool that automates this analytics. I don't need to do any calculations by myself. It just comes out real time, and I look. I kind of look every day at them because I need to make very fast decisions and close the positions also very fast. Also, time to hire depends if when we don't monitor time to hire, we guess. What any data we don't monitor, we're just guessing. And guessing is not the right way to make decisions, okay? All right, maybe personally we can do that and assume the responsibility, but when in this case we have an organization that we need to act more objectively. And also we can make goals to optimize this data based on the big goal that the company has for the year, for 2 years. Maybe we can take the strategy the company made for 2-3 years ahead, and we can relate to that and introduce, digitize, calculate and monitor all the data we need. So, at what stage is your organization in embracing data-driven hiring? And at this moment, we want to talk a little bit in our chat. Okay. So, at what stage is your organization in embracing data-driven hiring? What key metric, starting from recruitment? Okay, yes, of course. I will show the key metrics. Which one do you use? If you're not monitoring any, pick one today. One that will make you proud. So waiting for your answers in the chat. Everything is important. Yes. Yes, Elise. I totally agree with you. Okay, you saw the key metrics. It's very important to reflect on what you have today and set a little goal, like, and start with small. You can make in Excel a small Excel form, and you can start calculating there. You don't need to use something big like right away. You don't need to wait for some big budget to use something. It's your will. It's my will. I am currently in search of job, but for me, those metrics like time to hire, quality of hire, source effectiveness, candidate experience are of utmost importance. Okay, good luck with your job. So adopting data-driven strategies is no longer optional. It's real. It's a competitive advantage. This is why I recommend to audit your current hiring data, implement an ATS or any analytics platform. You can use a Google Sheet. Okay, it's okay. Start small, but think big, because we are on the way to build a culture of data-driven decision making. Okay, it's really important, and it's not important for so important for the organization as for us professionals. If we operate with data, with real-time data, and we have very strong information to make us valuable for the company, we will be more trusted by the heads of the companies, and we will stay at the same table with them, having the data in our hands to contribute to decision-making process of our company. This is the level I would like to see all the HRs from all the world. Okay. So we are getting to the end of our webinar. I did transfer a small part of my knowledge about the key digital tools. You have your side of work to research and see what is best for you. I provided those practical steps, and we explored the data-driven hiring strategies, or we explore those data that can make our hiring strategies better. And also, I did share a few examples from my real world of HR transformation. Hope all of these can have an impact and be meaningful in your way of transforming your HR processes, and have a more powerful, happy life being in this industry, the HR industry. At this moment, I want to ask you, what are your insights from the topics explored today? And yes, you can share in the chat. Also, I am happy to answer your questions. Okay, so research matters, metric matters, yes. Digitalization is key. Yes, I agree. How to understand if there is a need for an HR audit in the company? Okay. I will be back. Let's answer the question, what are your insights from the topics explored today? And then I will be back and answer the question. Okay, metrics. We still have more answers to. Okay. So what are your insights from the topics explored today? if there is a need. I don't. Key metrics of recruitment. Okay. Trello cards. Oh, that's good. This is my story. Real life story with Trello. I have here a message. Thank you very much, dear Olesea, for a very interesting webinar. It is very important to use modern techniques, tools to transform our HR. In this digital world, it is really important to use digital tools. If you solve the problem with paperwork, manual work that is time consuming, and you automate them, then you start to focus on the organization. That's a great insight. Thank you very much. Elena, thank you for your insight. Trello, I like Trello cards. Elisa, thank you for your insights. Digital tools streamline the whole HR process, and digital transformation enables companies to stay competitive. Yes, yes, of course. ATS tools. Well, good luck with this. I will share that link, but probably you saw it during the webinar when I showed it's tagged. Okay. All right. And I have one.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Olesea, for sharing your knowledge with us, your experience. I think it was very productive and informative for those who have time for participation. Thank you, all of you. Today is also Thanksgiving Day, and I also want to thank you, first of all, Olesea, for joining us, for accepting our suggestion to have a webinar with us, and thanks to all of our participants for having their evening with us. It was really, really very interesting and informative. I want to highlight that we will share the presentation of Olesea with you, and also LinkedIn contacts. So if Olesea don't mind, they would have several questions or advice, they could reach out to you as well. Okay.
Okay.
And also, if you have other questions, feel free to ask. So we have already 5 minutes for this. If not, we can say everyone happy evening and have a great Thanksgiving evening with your families.
Well, I see here that question from Anna Gabrielian.
Yes.
How to understand there is a need for an HR audit in the company. There is not related with this, but I wanted to give a quick answer.
Yes, feel free. Mm-hmm.
So it depends at what stage is the company and the HR department in the company. It may be the HR audit may be done when you see that there are lots of problems happening with the HR processes. Where some cases you can ask for an HR audit as a director when you see that the HR department doesn't give performance, doesn't get to its goals. Also, when there is a change of HR director, also it's very recommendable that the new HR director to have an HR audit. Also, I would suggest if the HR audit implies the legal and part, to be made like at least once in 2 years, because some legal stuff are changing, the relationships in the organization are changing, organization is changing, and it's good to have the HR audit. And if someone feels that something is not right, then you can get an HR audit also. Also, you can have an HR audit when you want to start working with goals. Like if until today you didn't have any goals set up, any KPIs in the HR department, I would suggest first to make an HR audit, and after that to start making some goals, what to optimize and transform in the HR department. This is a quick answer from my experience. Okay, thank you everyone. I am very happy. Actually, it's an exam for me today because I've never done webinars in English. So
Armenian community is also relevant with Russian as well, but there are tendencies that younger generation is also into English.
Yeah, I am very happy and thank you for these opportunities. Thank you for your trust. And I hope that you have a homework and you set up your actions to make towards the digitalization of HR processes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great evening.